What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for a daily news update on the last day of the month, and it's a Jorginho one, and you're probably gonna hear something coming out of my mouth you never thought I was gonna say on Jorginho. So stay tuned for that. We'll also have a Cup Miners update and a Zidane update as well. So before we get into it, smash the like button. Let's get to 100 likes. Click the like button now. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification. And let's jump straight into Jorginho. The Jorginho news, damn it. Well, after a messed up intro, here we go, I guess. Jorginho's agent spoke. He spoke to Calciomercato, and he was talking about, or actually, first he was talking about his move um, to Chelsea, from Chelsea to Arsenal, and why he thought it was a good move because everybody was like, why is he leaving? Chelsea to go to Arsenal? Because again, at the end of the day, everybody thought like he's gonna go away, like he's gonna go out of the Premier League, and he's not gonna be. He's not gonna be there again, and it's done for him at the Premier League level, I guess. That's what he was talking about. And then obviously, like if you talk to Italian media, they're gonna talk about Italian teams. And he said, I could see him well at Lazio with Sarri, or at Juve with great director Giuntoli. He also added Napoli. He said Milan, Inter are two good teams. He shopped them around. Basically, that's what he did. He shopped them around to everybody at this point. Um, his contract runs out at the end of the season, but there is an option in that contract. Now, the way he was speaking a little bit, and the news afterwards, he hinted also, or the media hinted towards that he is the one in control of that option. Like if he says to Arsenal, not really, then Arsenal are like, okay, fine, you can leave on a free. Now, obviously, he also added Arsenal is a priority. Like if Arsenal propose him a new deal, that's a priority at this moment in time. And to be honest, I'm not sure why Arsenal shouldn't, or why Arsenal wouldn't do that. Yes, they have money to spend, I guess, to improve. But the few times I've watched Arsenal this season, a couple of times as well, Jorginho played or he got subbed in. He did well. Like he did actually very well. So I don't see why Arsenal would not, take on that step to actually hand him maybe another 1 year deal or a 2 year deal. Who knows? What I was gonna say is, everybody knows what I think about Jorginho, and we spoke about Jorginho. I think the first year on this channel. I think he will be a good signing, and I cannot believe that I'm saying this because I'm not the biggest Jorginho fan, but considering the moment we are in as a club, looking at the players we're being linked with, look at the players we have already, look at the money we have, and on top of that, playing in Europe as well. You should be getting into the Champions League. That's 8 games at least, even more potentially, but 8 games at least in Europe. It's more than usual to start with. You need, like, it's all good to have youngsters in that team, but you need some sort of experience. Now, yesterday I did a video about free agents, and I said, it's key. The free agents are going to be key for this club. They are going to be extremely key to this club. He is potentially one. He could be one way or another, could potentially be another free agent. The club will definitely look at him. Like if Rabiot leaves, whatever, even if it's, we are going to replace Locatelli in that position, and we're going to move Locatelli around, and we're going to keep Jorginho, and Locatelli can play that position if needed, and all those things. Like it gives you different options. Obviously, if we have money, a lot of money, I would not even entertain that thought because I'm not the biggest Jorginho fan, to be honest. But in this current Premier League, in this current Serie A level, whatever, he will be just perfectly fine. He will he will cruise to that Italian league, the Serie A. He will have no issues with anything, with the pace at all. Like he will just fit in. Again, if we have money, I won't even talk about this deal. But you cannot sign Jorginho and then call it a day. That can also not be the case. Like we need quality all around basically, and we need more help. We need more depth, whatever, all those things. But the Jorginho one, isn't the biggest shouts because it's not sure that Rabiot was going to stay. If Allegri is gone, he's probably gone 99% certain. Fagioli hasn't played for a year. Miretti probably gone on loan. You know, who knows? Alcaraz, like that midfield could look completely different. If we're being honest, we need a lot of help in that midfield. So even maybe even Miretti's not going to leave just based on numbers in the squad because he play in Europe as well. But if he comes on a free, and it cannot be a debt row contract, 3 years, 9 million euros, something ridiculous. I think he can do a job. He can do a job. Damn it, excuse me. But again, it cannot be we sign Jorginho and that's it, you know, and we keep McKennie in midfield and Locatelli and like that cannot be the case. Like you need to build all around, and all around you need to build with quality and potential. But it's not gonna all gonna be youngsters. It's not all gonna be 30 million here, 20 million. We don't have that cash. We don't have that cash. So from now until the end of the season, we will get linked to every single free agent you can possibly imagine. We will get linked with him. 100% certain that we will get linked with them, excuse me. So stay tuned. I know this is gonna cause a lot of controversy because I'm not the biggest Jorginho fan, but let me know in the comments what you think. Will you take him on a free? And do you think it would be a good fit? I think he would be a good fit no matter who the coach is in a long season. But again, if we have money, enough money to offer me other options, I'm happily here. I'm sitting here happy and listen to those other options. But as of now, I don't hear any of those options. So I know people like Barnechea. I like Barnechea, but the likelihood of him coming in and build a midfield with him, Locatelli, and another youngster is probably not going to happen. Not even if you have Mota as a coach or who else. It's probably not going to happen. Any of those coaches will probably take Jorginho because they want the experience, because it's a long season and they need some sort of leader in that midfield. So let me know in the comments what you think. Quickly, before we talk about Zidane, the Coke Miners update. There's a big story in Tuttosport saying that we're going to finance Coke Miners by selling Caio Jorge to Sporting potentially and Arthur potentially to Benfica. We want 30 million euros in total. Mirko Di Natale came out swiftly and said, I have nothing on Benfica looking at Arthur, and actually he named another player they're looking at or plays for Benfica. Then the following hours, Gazzetta dello Sport also came out saying that Fiorentina want to keep Arthur. The option is 20 million. They want to renegotiate that, but however, Juve know they can get that 20 million, or they feel they can get that 20 million from another club. So they want Fiorentina to pay up, even if it's not all ASAP, but in installments. They want Fiorentina to pay up, which is probably, if you sell to Fiorentina, it's not going to be 20 million. We're going to drop that price at least for a 5 million again. But that's what we need to do in the summer. We're going to need to get rid of players you need to get rid of. You know, he is one of them. Caio, I don't think he's going to fetch you a lot of money, so I think the club will probably renew him and loan him out again or something, unless he's like, no, sell me, even if it's to a Brazilian team to go back and play regularly. Who knows? I see the stories, I read the stories that Giuntoli still likes Caio Jorge and that he doesn't want to lose quote-unquote control on him, that he actually wants to evaluate him a bit longer before making a decision. But at the end of the day, you need money. You need money, and I know Sule is a hot commodity, you know, and he can potentially get you that money. But if you can get that money elsewhere, then you keep a player like Sule. So we need to keep an eye on these things because we are in need of cash, and we're probably gonna sell players. We will look at it and you're like, really, him? You're gonna sell him? But we don't have a choice. But that's the update on that. And then the final bit of news is from Tuttosport on Zidane, and they made it very clear to anyone who believed in Zidane potentially coming. He said, or they said, it's difficult to imagine Zidane as a coach. While it would be intriguing for both the financial aspect, the financial aspects complicates things because Zidane had 12 million euros net a season in his second spell at Real Madrid. And we are already struggling to pay 9 million for Allegri. So I think that's very obvious. Like, you will get Zidane if he's like, I just want to coach, I want to come back to Juve. I'll take the 5 million euros you can offer a coach. I'll take that. That's the only way he's coming back. But this is not the right moment to bring back Zidane. In my opinion, it's not the right moment. The club is not 100% stable enough. Off the pitch is still too much rumbling. On the pitch, we have issues. It's not the best moment for him to come in. I don't have that. I don't have that feeling. Usually, like a couple of years ago, it was a good feeling. It's like, yeah, bring him in, try to learn him to Torino. Now, I think if you're being honest, I don't think anyone has that feeling deep down inside saying, now is the right moment to bring back Zidane. He's the reason we're gonna go back to the top. It doesn't feel right for some sort of reason, because I don't think he's a good coach. I don't think he needs prime Pirlo and prime. I think he's just a good coach. However, it feels a bit off. It feels like this team needs something different. And some might think it's Motta, completely fresh, and some might think no, they need complete discipline and a complete clear plan that also works, and then you can move on to something else like a Conte. It feels like Zidane is something in between. He is a guy who can coach really good, but also not the most disciplined coach in terms of like he can let it loosely. If you listen to Real Madrid fans, he can coach, he can be your friend. So it's something in between, and it doesn't feel it's the right moment. However, right moment or not, we don't have that money. So forget about what everything I said or you said. We don't have that money as of now. Again, he needs to say, I'll basically work for quote unquote free compared to what I could get elsewhere. So that's that. But let's see how that will go. At this moment in time, Allegri is still the coach, and he has 1 year left on his deal. So that's just a reality. That's the only fact we have to work with as of now. That's it for today. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, and I will see you guys in the next one. Ciao.